What's poppin', everybody? Look alive, look alive. It's your boy Ack Reacher. Never steer you wrong. Presenting you with another episode of the Jab Jamboree. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and my crew, the full Berserker clan. We in this thing. Um, and shout out to the whole Uptown, my guys, specifically 143rd. But anyway, Fula,
What's up?
what's going on, bro? So I kind of before we go into the boxing thing,
Yeah,
we gonna go into that for a little bit. I
yeah.
just wanted to talk about there's a battle coming up tomorrow.
hmm
Loaded Lux and Aver.
hmm
Who do you have winning and why?
I'm gonna like stick with loaded Lux. I think he's gonna pull it off. That's what I think. I'm gonna go with loaded Lux. You know, he just got a good smooth delivery, and he also just come with the lines, and that's part of the battling too is your delivery and also how you say it. If it looks like you are putting so much effort to saying what you're saying, it takes away from um, I guess you can say, the whole thing of a battle. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain guys when they battle, they're just so smooth with it, and just the smoothness just adds to their case to winning the battle. You know, um, but there's other guys who are just like so aggressive with the battle that it makes it look like they're on the losing edge. So I think I'm gonna go with him, loaded Lux. I remember the battle with Party Artie and Murder Mook. Party Artie was just smooth with his thing, man. Getting in Murder Mook's butt, like really getting in it. But Murder Mook seemed like he was just like kind of like on the fence basically. And he had his whole entourage hyping words up that were just like we're not really all that. You know, that's how I feel about it. You know, who do you
I,
got?
I personally, I think Loaded Lux could pull it out,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not gonna lie. He said, "Act what we talk." Oh, Hyphy said, "Act what we talking about tonight." He said, "Let's cook." I sent you the link. I'm not sure. Hold on, let me try it again. So, um, yeah, yeah, but I got. I mean, I'm just saying, low deluxe. To be honest with you, I really think that A Verb got a good chance in
Yeah,
in my heart
yeah.
because A Verb been active,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
I feel like that counts for something.
yeah. I feel you. I understand that, but I think Loaded Lux, what he has, just doesn't leave. You know, that's the
Because
only
I
thing.
feel like that's the one thing I do like about rap battling. It reminds me of boxing in the sense like you could come in there thinking that somebody's light and they could have been losing. They could have had been losing in their last three battles, but then they
Mm-hmm.
take you serious because they know
Mm-hmm.
you got a name, and then you end up losing to them.
Mm-hmm.
I done seen that happen to battle rappers really that I like. They end up going in
Mm-hmm.
there with somebody I just seen losing like three,
Mm-hmm.
4 battles in a row.
Yeah,
Like, how does this happen?
yeah. I feel you. I
But no,
feel you.
that's just all I'm saying about it. I don't want to stay long winded on it. I just wanted to, because I know
No, you're
that
right
you didn't.
though.
I know that you didn't get to touch on it the other day like that because you
Nah,
didn't jump on
I
that
think
live
what you
stream.
would call it has a chance though. I kind of favor loaded Bucks, but we have to just see what happens basically. You know, but that's who I favor basically. It's loaded Bucks.
Oh,
Then
Zab
what?
is fighting right now. Lawrence Williams just said that he getting beat. He's fighting Cletus Sheldon too. Why would you fight Cletus Sheldon? He too heavy handed. I would have gave Zab. They should have gave Zab somebody lighter than that.
Yeah.
That's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, he's fighting this dude that was a 140 pounder named Cletus Sheldon. Cletus Sheldon was the last. He represents the last of the hype jobs of HBO.
Hmm.
Like literally, because this is when they was, So Zab needs to retire. We know he needs to retire, but they
Hmm.
still keep sanctioning him to fight. Mike
Hmm.
Higgins, salute.
Yeah.
Uh, he said, "Did y'all see the video ego dropped of Anthony Joshua having memory loss from the beatdown? Oh, seriously?
Uh-oh.
Is that serious?
Oh no.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that. Hold on,
Oh no.
Zab needs to retire. Mike Higgins, what channel is that fight on? I don't even know what channel that fight is on. You gotta ask Lawrence Williams. Yo, Law, if you still in there, champ. Yo, Mike Higgins want to know. What fight? I don't even want to see Zab like that. New Jack, salute to the chat. Harlem said, my man. You make sure you sub. Just because you said that, New Jack, you got to sub now. You heard? But anyway, um, Stormy B, you just fell in the building. How do you feel about Zab Judah's continuous streak of fighting on and off, popping in and out when he feel like it?
Well, if he decided to do it with low opposition, I wouldn't have a problem with it because it's some guys, if you're gonna be in there getting punched or whatever, you might as well make money on it. But if he's gonna be fighting guys who are like ascending in the sport and who are on a progression uh trajectory, uh it's dangerous. But he is well past his prime, and he's well past being able to really make a name, or make not make a name, but make any hay in the sport at this juncture. He really should just leave it alone. But see, I'll tell you something. All that is that he's come to a realization of how much he really squandered. So he's still trying. And that's a shame because somebody really need to talk to him. This is how you get hurt, you know. Uh when he was back there trying to punch referees and shit like that, is that's when he was supposed to be trying to punch the opponents, getting suspended and all of that stuff, the foolishness. It's a shame because he was touted at one time as the second coming of Pernell Whitaker, but with power. You know, how far the mighty have fallen. It's very unfortunate.
See, Stormy B, but see them even saying that sounds kind of crazy to me because I know the old boxers, and he fights nothing like Pernell Whitaker. Zab Judah was a counterpuncher. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He was a
I
good
know, and
counterpuncher. No, I know you. I know you didn't say it. I'm just saying those people that said it. I'm just saying that's ridiculous to me. You know what I mean?
I
Especially
think the biggest association was they
the
were
lefty, the
close in
southpaw.
physical stature, and he was a southpaw. That was the closest thing. But
Because I was gonna
people got
say, I feel like Pinnell was a pure boxer. Floyd exploited all of them dudes in his generation for not being pure boxers.
yep.
All of those dudes. The dude that I expected not to even box that well against him probably did the best, and Marquez. Even though Marquez hit the canvas, but he caught Mayweather with a nice right in that fight, and it's not easy to catch him with a straight right. He fainted and then caught Mayweather with something, and then Mayweather ended up dropping him. I think the next round.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Like I said, like a lot of those dudes, like Shane Mosley wasn't. Shane Mosley just he was big at that weight for 135. That's why he was a terrorizer like that. And I'm not trying to get at him. He was a good fighter, but that's I'm just saying. I'm telling you, that's why he was
Let's not forget
terrorizing.
he had help though. Let's not forget he had some Boost Mobile.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
know, yeah.
yeah.
Let's not forget he had Boost
Flula said,
Mobile.
"Don't forget he had Boost Mobile."
Yeah,
And see that make it worse.
yeah, 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 man.
Yeah, because Floyd said that to him quick. Like, yo,
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah,
contest.
yeah. My past opponent was on the juice, but I still gave him a whooping. I'm like, yeah, this guy is juiced out. I'm like, this guy is juiced out the
Reggie
gills.
Owens said, "My fault, Reggie. I gotta give you a wrench now."
No, I was like, this guy is juiced out the gills. I mean, you can just tell right off the back he was juiced out the gills. I'm like, yeah, this dude is juiced off the gills. Didn't matter though. Skills beat juice,
Nah, see,
basically.
dudes be juicing. Then when you be
Yeah,
going in there and sparring and stuff, you don't be feeling right.
nah, no skills beat juice, and that's what happened. I
Now,
it
skills
does
do be juice, but
it did.
let's say you end up
Nah,
beating
I'm not. No,
somebody.
look. The last dude, the last dude that I fought, um, it took me 3 rounds to figure him out, and then I was like, okay, I know what he's gonna do. I know he's banking off his roids and stuff like that to basically have a challenge. Nah, I'm not gonna have it. I know what to do with this guy. And so yeah, he just kept on trying to throw volume punches. Every time he tried to throw volume punches, I would just catch him in the head. Bop, bop, bop. And then his head would just go back. And then I'm like, guess this guy's not learning his lesson. And he just got frustrated, started swinging for the fences. In fact, that was one of the easiest fights I had, to be honest with you. And I'm not trying to be arrogant, but that fight was easy. Most juice heads don't think when they fight. That's what I noticed. And me, I'm a thinking fighter. I'm always thinking. I'm always looking to exploit you. I'm always thinking about what doesn't work. What else do I have to do? I'm always on that thing, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro. I does this. Not on no arrogant stuff. I does this. I really do
Nah, I
this.
hear you, bro.
You know. And so people think that juicing is gonna give you an edge. People think that like um, some snack is gonna get you an edge. That's why I'm afraid to tell them. But I'm like, boo boo, man, you need to get off that snack crap, boo. You need to get off that snack crackle pop. You know, it's crazy. You know, that's why I'm like thinking about Devin Haney, man. All of a sudden he got power, and I'm like, wait a minute. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's what I be thinking, man. That's what I be thinking, for real, man. I'm like, wait
Matter
a
of
minute.
fact, Stormy B, what did you think about Devin Haney's performance?
Well, I thought he looked good. He still moves a little bit too much, but he had a guy in there that cooperate with him. We won't know until he faces someone that's going to challenge him. See, and that's the thing. Um, the way they move guys nowadays, the, the people that you see in the ring with them are not supposed to beat them. That's the bottom line. And that's how it usually is for prospects. But when you become a contender, you need to fight people that are going to test you, test your mettle. Some fights you'll learn if you could take a good shot or not. Some fights you'll learn if you got good stamina or not. Some fights you'll learn what you have to do when a guy is not going to fall apart just because you hit him. You know, there's a progression level there, and he needs to enter into that season of his career where we could see more. I didn't expect that guy he fought to beat him, nor do I think anybody that watched the fight thought that guy would have a chance to beat him. But what's going to happen when he steps up in there and you get a journeyman that's been around, fought for a world title or whatever, and could, give him some challenge? Because that's what we need to see next, you know.
My fault, y'all.
Nah, you're good. But Devin Haney said he's ready for Lomachenko, win or lose. He said that on the Breakfast Club. You know, he basically said
Might as
that.
well be like that, man.
Yeah,
That
exactly. Like,
division
why
ain't
not?
crazy like that.
Yeah, why not,
It's
bro?
not crazy stack like that. You got to
Bro,
do
why
that.
not? Bro, why
Divisions like
not?
that, you have to do that,
Bro,
even
why
if you a
not?
prospect.
Bro, why not? I said, why not? Okay, why not do it? Okay, why not? He said, he basically said, okay, if I lose, then I lose. But if I win, I'm the man. And I'm like, yeah, man,
That'd
that's
be
it.
that'd be crazy fool if we was on the same card one day.
Yeah, no, hey, if he wins, hey, that's a big feat. That's a big feat to do. If he loses, shoot, I mean, hey, man, you take your lumps and you keep on moving. So, I mean, I would honestly like to see that fight, man. I'm not gonna even lie to you. I would like to see that fight. Maybe he should fight Ryan Garcia first, since they're both on the zone. Then he can go to him.
Yeah,
I would like
word,
to see that.
word, word, word.
Yeah,
Let's
why
get it
not,
on
man?
some. Let's get it on some 80s. I'm a curse real quick, even though the OG is in the building. Sorry, Stormy B. You from Chicago? I know you heard a ton of cursing in your time. I knew this one Chicago. I knew
You
this one
better believe it.
Chicago girl. I knew this one girl from Chicago. She went to this college upstate called Dominican College, and oh my God, yo, she would never
Trust me,
stop
man.
talking about Chicago.
Nah.
She,
Speaking,
yo, she made me. She was the one that told me about the outlets. I think I told this story before a while ago, but she's the
hey,
reason
man.
why I
Speaking of,
told my fault. Hold on, and you could go. I'm gonna just say this
okay,
last thing. Um, I think she's the reason why I want to go out to the outlets. She was like, "Nah, don't just think that Chirac. We just known for that. We have really nice shopping outlets out there." She's like, I was like, "Word for real." Because that is I do. It's sad, but I do think of violence with Chicago. I never thought like the shopping area out there would be really nice. She was like, "Yeah, they got a lot of nice outlets out there." Uh, Stormy B no better than any of us do.
Oh yeah, the shopping in here is good, man. Food,
That's what she
everything.
was saying. Yeah, she was like, you don't just think the violence overshadows everything. And I was like, I heard about that pizza. I need to test to see if they pizza is better than New York pizza, because New York or Chicago, we always got this thing going in our cities with the pizza. But when I get to Chicago, that's the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna check out Stormy B and KQKC, and I'm gonna get a slice of pizza. Matter of
And
fact, on the way to y'all, I'm gonna get a slice of pizza, or either we gotta go out and get a slice of pizza or something.
listen, man, I got about 3 places lined up that I could take you, man. And I guarantee you're gonna be like, man, I need to take some of this home with me. I guarantee you. And then, you know what, Ack, it's not
speaking of,
even the deep dish, because of course we're famous for the deep dish here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
But I'm talking about some thin crust stuff that is like, on point. Now I know you guys like to do your slices, those giant slices. You fold them over, right? and you
Yeah.
eat like two at a time or something.
Well, not
Yeah,
two at a
so
time. Sometimes they would like fold it. They like fold
yeah,
it
yeah,
and then eat it that way. And
yeah. I've
a,
seen them do
a
that.
spot I
Yeah,
would take you guys to is in like on First Avenue in Manhattan. Like it's called Patsy's. It's a real famous restaurant. I don't know. Do y'all got a Patsy's out there? Pretty sure Chicago got a Patsy's. I'm pretty
I
sure they
haven't
do if I look it up.
heard of
Yeah,
pasties.
yeah, Patsy's is a good thing. Is I forgot what celebrity recommended it, but it used to be on 117th. With new chat, new Jack. I mean, you in the chat? You know what Patsy's is, right, champ? If he in the chat, but go ahead. If you was done, keep telling us about that Chicago pizza,
No,
man.
it's just that we're
Oh, okay.
famous for the deep dish here, but there are a few places that have excellent thin crust, man. And it's like some it's almost like a cornmeal, cornbread type crust, which is really outstanding because it has a buttery taste to it. And then there's a couple of places that have the where the thin crust pie has is covered completely in meat. Like if you wanted a sausage pizza, right? The whole pie is covered with a huge layer of sausage, and then the ingredients and stuff on top of it.
See, I know that would be good. I don't eat pork though. I don't eat pork.
Well, I'm just saying you don't
But,
have
but
to have it instant. You could have it as they call a margarita pizza or a spinach pizza or whatever toppings that you like. You could still get the pie, but I was just giving an example of that's to the
you
extent of
just saying
how
like
to.
that's like what they got. Okay, I'm sorry. Nah, I wasn't trying to. Not I'm just saying like me that would a regular cheese, extra cheese pizza, margarita would do fine and dandy for me because I know, like you said, y'all pizza that y'all famous for. I wanted to try that. Shout out to Shakita. What's up, Shakita? Somebody phone has a lot of feedback. I think that might be you, Fuller.
Really?
Yeah, I think because you walking.
Yeah, I am
Yeah,
because
that's
I'm
why.
doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I'll
why.
I'll just stand still. Like
Uh,
I was just doing some footwork stuff while we were rapping.
no. I hear you. I hear you. I ain't mad at you.
No, but I was
Sab
gonna
just
say.
got stopped
Oh
on
no.
his feet in the 11th. I had a feeling it would be like that.
Um, you know, I want to say that
Ancestral rage. Oh, I gotta give you a wrench too. Ancestral rage.
I want to say that you mentioned something about Dominican, and you know, you got to watch your back and go into Dominican Republic, man. There's some stick up kids who are like coming to hotels now and like getting people now, you know.
Oh
So
shit! I gotta tell my
yeah,
boo.
yeah. So if you go, man, I'm just giving you a heads up, man. I don't know if I'm gonna, I know Dominican Republic has like good spots and stuff like that, but man, I may skip that part of Latin America, man, for real.
The only part I know we're gonna have to go out there for sure is if we end up having a little baby, you
Yeah,
know. But because she's gonna definitely want to go see like other family that she ain't see in a minute. But
yeah.
I ain't trying to do that. I'm trying to at least get my hand. I told her I was like, yo, I promise you. I said I get my hands registered. I get sanctioned to fight. I get a couple, like at least one or two fights in because I just want to get the ball rolling. I was like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, you know what I mean? And I was like, we could get something started. Get something started. I just want to get that started. She's like, why is that so important to you? I just want to get the ball rolling before I start procreating, man.
Yeah,
That's
you
that's
know,
all. That's all. Because I think that'll make me even more hungrier and that push. I'm already hungry, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Didn't it, I just feel like I'll be on some like world breaker Hulk shit. Like there'll be no
yeah,
limit to my powers then if I got a baby.
yeah,
you know
nah,
what I
nah, absolutely.
mean?
Absolutely, man. For real. Yeah, man. That's crazy though. Like, uh,
Yeah,
right.
buddy.
Yeah.
But hey, Ack, we also have. I know, like you guys got the hot dog place there, right? Like Nathan's or something.
Yeah. We got yeah.
Well, here we got what's called the Maxwell Street Polish. And there's a it used to be an old farmers market type area on Maxwell Street here. There's been a lot of development and stuff ever since then, but they
Oh,
saved
trust.
two.
It's like New
They,
York is the same way.
yeah, but they saved two of the shops, right? That cook. That's all they cook is sausages and hot dogs and pork chops, right? But they steam them. It's like they're grilled and they're steamed with grilled onions and dude, it's like a certain kind of flavor and taste. And then they give you these hot peppers, these jalapeno peppers that they put on them, right? Dude, that's like a Chicago staple. Maxwell Street Polish. They have beef Polish, they got pork Polish, they got the hot dogs, they got hamburgers and cheeseburgers, they got grilled chicken, and then they have a grilled pork chop. Dude, all of that, whichever you might like out of that, it's off the chain, man. And the place is open 24/7. So people roll up in that joint, and fries come free with the sandwiches, and you could get basically the sandwich, the fries, and a can or a bottle of soda or juice or whatever, and you might spend $6.
Hmm. I gotta go check you out, man.
I tell you, man, you come here, you'll go up a weight class. I guarantee. You'll
Shoot,
go up a weight class.
shoot. To be honest with you, it's funny because Ramadan had passed, right? Yeah, Stormy being Fooler, right? And I feel like I'm a little bit bigger now. Starting
Yo.
getting out of I swear on everything I love, bro. I was like, how is that possible? I'm sitting here thinking I was gonna be skinny. I was smaller before Ramadan started.
Nah. For me, for me, it just seems like to me, it just feels like my stomach just like because during Ramadan your stomach shrinks. It just feels like my stomach just didn't shrink at all, and that I can like just like scarf down everything. Like I know
That's
tomorrow.
that's I think that's what happened, bro. I think because it was like this, right, bro? Like
Yeah,
I don't sleep all that great. So
yeah,
sometimes I'll wake up at like 3 in the morning and the sun rises,
yeah.
around like probably around like 5 something. You know what I mean? Usually. You know what I mean? So I try to get a big I already have a big meal when I could eat, right?
Mhm,
Then I would stuff myself
mhm,
right before the sun will rise,
mhm,
before we start the cycle again. I think that's what made me probably a little bit bigger and gain
mhm.
weight because I
Yeah,
don't do that in my regular. You know what I mean? I won't even do that. I
yeah,
won't eat like 3 in the morning because I know I'll wait and I could just eat around breakfast time. You know,
yeah,
but being that
yeah,
I know that it's gonna be a while before I was able to eat again,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. Nah, this, 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 this. I want to say this, this, this Saturday. I'll probably like. I'm not gonna stuff myself, but I'm probably just gonna be having like so many plates of foods in front of me, And the thing is about like the African food is that it's it's heavy in starches.
I
So
know, bro. That's why.
so the thing is
That's why
the
when you
thing is
asked me,
so
the food
the thing
I used to eat was
yeah
doughy. I had
Yeah,
the
the thing
Joey.
is, no, the thing is about it, it's good if you're going to work out afterward. It's good because those starches become energy, those carbs become energy. But if you sit down, then that's the problem. If you sit down, so like if you like eat something like that like before your workout, then it works. Like um basically a pre like before a workout, like for example, if you eat plantains, if you eat like black eyed peas or something like that, that's like one of the best pre-workouts you can get. Those plantains are going to have so much carbs in them, and those carbs become energy, and then you just feel like you have an extra gear. And so it's good to eat that before you work out. But if you eat it and then you just sit down on it, that's when it becomes like a trouble for you. You got to use it as fuel. And that's what I try to do with my African food. You know.
Well, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I probably had my last burger because I'm about to get ready for the. There's a lot of competitions and stuff.
Yeah. It
I
depends
was
on what
looking
kind
it
of
up.
burger. Depends on what kind of burger.
No, I'm saying, well, basically, I'm gonna be eating. It's gonna be at that point again, like when I always start training camp, where I just eat all of the last
Mhm,
stuff that I like to eat
mhm,
because I know, like, I'm gonna probably be doing a lot of like traveling. Probably gonna be
mhm.
going out of states for a couple fights.
Yeah,
What I mean, and stuff like that. So,
yeah,
the only
yeah.
reason why I was able to eat good this month was
Mhm.
because of Ramadan. I didn't
Uh,
really do. I
I have
trained,
enough.
but I just ran. I didn't really do nothing physical like that because I didn't want to be
Yeah.
off of no fumes.
Which I'm running. I'm actually running tomorrow. And I just got to see where my body is in regards to that, in regards to my running. I think it'll still be good. As far as running goes. You know, it'll still be
What you
good.
do, like what you do when you run?
Honestly,
Got
I do
a time period, or you just run up to a
because
certain point?
I like to activate the fast twitch muscles. Um, the thing is, I like to. I'm not trying to sound crazy, but I like to view myself as an athlete. So I can run. You know, I'm a hell of a hurdler. I'm a hell of a like. You can stick me on a 4x4. You can even stick me on a 4x1. You know what I mean?
You
Like I
strike
have
me as
like
one of
those
them
kind of
dudes.
things that
Like
I work
if
on.
we was training together, if I
Yeah,
was like, "Yo, fool, I'm gonna run in the morning, I'm gonna run at night," you would be
yeah,
down.
yeah, absolutely. But I would like to do the running
Yeah,
that
because a
after.
lot of my friends don't like doing that. They be like, they think I'm a madman.
No, I like to activate the fast twitch muscles with running. So I would like I would find a hill, and then I would just do like 10 reps of that hill, full speed. Have an active recovery down the hill, go back up. That activates the fast twitch muscles. If I'm running on the track, do like something like a breakdown and time myself to come in at certain times at certain points of the workout. That's what I like to do. I'm not saying that jogging is bad. Jogging is good. Don't get me wrong, but the thing I don't really like about jogging is that you may be jogging like 7 miles, you may be jogging 5 miles, and that does a lot on your legs. That does a lot on your legs, especially if you're jogging on concrete.
That's why. That's why I'll be honest with you. I don't
Hmm.
jog as long as I you used to. The most I'll go
Hmm.
is like 45 minutes now. Because
Yeah.
guys is not good anyway. It's not even just because of your legs. You're right about your legs.
Hmm.
When you're jogging on concrete, that's why they say
Yeah.
you should do it on grass.
Yeah.
And usually that's what I do at the park.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
know, but also it's not good to run for long periods of time as guys. It takes away a lot of testosterone.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it takes away a
I
lot of.
didn't know.
Yeah, girls can run for a long period of time. It's not good
Yeah.
for guys to. That's
I
why
didn't
it's
know
good.
that. I
and
didn't know that.
you know, you don't have to do long periods of time of workouts. You could
Yeah,
do very short periods of time, but it could be real grueling and explosive. You know
yeah,
what I mean? And it activates your heart. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
um,
Um, yeah, that's true. That's real talk. That's a
so,
real
so
rap.
you know,
I
I
didn't
like
know
to
it
also,
about the testosterone thing though.
yeah, it does. That's why I like to sprint. I like to sprint a lot with the parachute
Yeah, that's
that the
what I do.
football players use. I got one of those.
Hmm.
Stormy B, you know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about, right?
yeah, for sure.
I know you know, fool, because you be around track.
I'll be back.
All
I'll
right.
be back real quick.
Well, what was that act you was asking? Because I was paying attention to the chat. What'd you say?
I said, um, well, if you want to, you could read the chat real quick. But I was saying, have you ever seen that work exercise with the parachute when the person runs when they sprint?
No, no, I haven't seen that.
All right, so one day when I do it, I'm going to try to record myself doing it. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna start training soon anyway.
Okay, that's cool.
So I'll send.
But
I will send.
what is it about the parachute? Is supposed to give you some resistance while you're
Yeah,
sprinting
there
or
you
something?
go. There you go. There you go. See, you're a
Yeah.
smart dude. You already put it together.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm a coach. I know those things, so that's what it would quite naturally appear to be for me, unless it was something totally I hadn't thought about. But yeah, that's what came to mind immediately.
Yep. It's a resistance workout. So when you kind of take off, it kind of like, you know what I mean? You can't just be like walking. You gotta put a little pep in your step for it to activate.
Yeah, that's interesting. I remember in the early 90s, we had started using a lot of the bungee cords for resistance training, and it worked out very well for a while. It was like considered a next stage in evolution of training, where you use the bungee cords around attached to your hip, and you would move or jump or go forward, with that, and it was restricting, like it was mounted to the floor or something on an angle, and you would have to try to pull with your force. It was helping your fast twitch muscles and stuff like that. And even for a short time, they had the bungee shadow boxing cords that would go around your body in a harness. And when you punch, it bring your hands back naturally. I think you might even be able to still see some old footage of Evander Holyfield when he was training in the 90s. He was using that a lot.
You know what I used a lot? The tournament before last. You know the tennis ball with the string, and you punch at it, and it helps your hand to eye coordination, and also helps with your hand speed. Do
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about? Stormy B, the thing
yeah,
that,
we used that too. We had an apparatus that could go around your head, actually.
yeah, that's what I'm talking
And
about. I got
yeah,
that. And
yeah.
I actually got a video on my social media of me using it. Hey, let's see if I could. And it's also on my YouTube page. Let me see if I can find it. I'll send it to you. Where my phone at?
Yeah,
But yeah, man.
one of
It's
the
just,
best
yeah. Go
drills
ahead.
to use. One of the best drills to use was the slip bag that you used to see Mike Tyson use. You know,
Are you talking about the thing that he hung up?
yeah, to move your
Oh,
head.
they call it a maze ball. I have that.
Yeah,
Matter
yep,
of fact, let me see if I can show you it. Do I got it with me? Yeah.
yeah. We used to, man. I had this medicine ball. It was about
Look,
the
y'all.
size of uh,
See
yeah,
see
yeah,
the string?
Yep.
I didn't even
Yep.
open it yet. This is a fresh one. My uncle gave me this
It's a
before he
brand. Yeah.
passed. It's a maze ball. You hang it up, you
Yep.
hit at it, and then you
You
that
move your
head.
head. Yeah. Side to side. Yep. Um, man, I had this medicine ball that was about the size of a soccer ball, and that sucker weighed about, how much did that thing weigh? It weighed about 15 pounds, maybe. I don't know. It was 12 or 15 pounds. I don't remember. And
Stormy B,
boy, we used to get good.
I got something you gonna
Yeah.
like. See that?
Oh, the fight poster. Yeah. Sugar Ray Robinson and Randall Turpin. Yeah, man. That's tight. I like that Coca-Cola poster you got up there with Sugar Ray too.
That's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, man. Sugar Ray was the man. You know, he was the coolest dude, man. He could whoop ass. He could dance. He could sing. You know, Sugar Ray was something else, man.
Y'all see that? That's my favorite Ali fight up there.
Rumble in the Jungle.
Yup. And then I got another one for you.
I got a question. Do you think that second Sonny Liston fight, that Sonny Liston threw that fight, uh, with that just very
No, he
quick
caught him
punch?
with an anchor hook.
Yeah, because that
Short
thing was
rat,
like
short
quick.
cross.
That hook was very, very quick.
The
Like, I
old
mean, that thing
timers,
was like
the old timers that's
that
old
thing was like a
timers
cobra. Like that thing was
call that an anchor
quick.
hook.
Yeah,
You
because
like that
I'm
one,
like,
Stormy
man,
B?
he caught him with like,
What's that?
You see that one?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
That's
know you
tight.
like that one. And then that's a real coyote. I'm sorry for y'all animal people,
yeah, man,
Okay.
but
that was one
Yeah,
of the.
Joe Louis, man.
and then hold on, one more. And then this is the one my man. This
Hey,
is one my
hey,
man's made for me. And then this is my birthday. Sugar Ray last fight.
hey, Act. Hypey said in the chat, he said you got a Sean Bradley jersey somewhere over there.
Crazy.
Hey, speaking of which, yo, Toronto may do the impossible, bro. They
Yo,
won tonight.
Toronto been
Hey,
even
man.
though and I fella got the nerve to say nobody cared. Like,
No,
bro, you
we
from
do care.
Canada.
We do care. Shoot, I don't want Golden State to win, although I'm a Philly fan and Toronto like gave us the L and broke my heart. I don't want Golden State to win, so I want them to like take them out, bro. So if they can do this, man, this is like a changing of the guard, and they beat them at home too. That's the thing. Toronto was away, and they got the job done. I don't know what that coach did to cook up this strategy, but whatever they did, and it's working. And they're beating them by a kind of like comfortable margin too. I'm telling you.
Well, you know what? Some people gonna be chomping at the bit for the Golden Slate to get there. So you know that.
Um, I mean, the score was 105 to 92, so they beat them by 13. They're only one away, man. And on Monday, we're gonna see if it can happen. You know, so maybe the Drake curse is non-existent after all.
What's a Drake curse supposed to be? I keep hearing about that.
Well,
What is it exactly supposed to be?
I don't know. Shoot, man. Anthony Joshua had, what
Yeah, I
he
know.
did.
That's that. This is what I
Probably
keep
taking
hearing.
probably taking a picture with him or something. Act
Yeah,
Who?
that dude. You know, didn't somebody take a picture of him that was on one of them video games or something and got injured or something?
yeah. I don't remember. What
Yeah,
I
me
will
either.
what I will say is Anthony Joshua. It's I'm reading here. It's saying that he has zero memories of the third round of the Andrew Ruiz fight.
He
Um,
did say, "What did I get hit with?"
you know what's crazy about that punch he got hit with? That is a 1 in a million punch that he got hit with, bro. Like that punch was just not. I don't think in the second fight he will get hit with a punch like that again, bro. I don't even think the next guy that Andy Ruiz fights will get hit with that punch. That punch was
Hold on, Fooler. Let me stop you right there. I got a question for you. What punch are you talking about that he got hit with?
With the
the,
short left hook that started everything to the top of the
the
temple.
yes, that temple punch.
Okay,
that
well
that that punch was to swing for the fences. That's what I'm
let
saying.
me no, let me refresh in your memory here because I did a video intro. I designed a new video intro for my material, my content, and I did a video for the Devin Alexander Redcock fight, but I when I uploaded it, I didn't make it public. I got a flag for it, so Eddie Hearn got that footage blocked that I used in my video. But what I wanted to say is after that left hook you say is a 1 in a million shot, right before he got dropped that second time, he got hit with a left hook right on the chin. Okay? And that wasn't on top of the head or behind the ear or anything like that. And it made him do the stanky leg again on the chin. I'm gonna tell you something. Ruiz throws short, sharp shots. Those are the ones that get you, baby. No matter where you get hit at, no matter where you get hit at, you can get hit in the body with a properly thrown shot, and it'll put you on your knees because it's the sharpness, it's the leverage you get on the shot, the the torque and everything that you put in it, and also, especially if it's a short shot, they do damage. And it's obvious that that guy was trained to to throw short shots because even when Joshua got up from the first knockdown, when he was going after Joshua before he got him in that corner where the turnbuckle is, he was at a distance, right? And he threw like a paw and jab, and Joshua was trying to keep him away, keep him on outside, and he lunged in with a left hook, but the left hook wasn't wide; it was short, and he hit Joshua right on the chin. I was like, remember, I said I just did this video, so I edited this stuff, and I was watching it over and over again. I love the way Ruiz throws his shots. He can hurt a lot of guys. In that last PBC fight he fought, when he was fighting that big Ukrainian guy or Russian guy or whatever, I don't remember the guy's name.
Hmm.
He stopped that guy.
Yeah, I remember.
He was
That's
punching him with
that was
body
his first
shots and
fight on the.
everything.
That was his first fight on the PBC, right?
Yeah, and he beat the crap out of that guy, and that guy was big, like Joshua. So if you go back and look at that fight, forget the Tony Parker fight. Go back and look at how he beating that big guy. That big, I guess he's Polish or Ukrainian or something. He beat the crap out of that dude. He stopped him. So when you look at that and you look at what he did to Joshua, it wasn't no mistake, man. I don't know how Eddie Hearn and those people over there missed this guy being dangerous. I don't understand that. That was a gross miscalculation. And I said all that to simply say, Fuller, that it wasn't a 1 in a million shot. When a man throws short shots like he does, he gets those kind of results.
Well, part of it though was a wide shot when you hit him on the tempo. That was a wide shot, kind of. So that's why I said that's the reason why I said that was like a once in a lifetime shot because it was kind of wide when he threw it, you know. So this is why I said that. Um, but I mean, man,
Mike
Anthony
Tyson
Joshua
used to
got
be
beat pretty
extremely
up.
effective when he was younger. When he was younger, Mike Tyson used to be extremely effective because he threw his punches short and they were tight. As he became more undisciplined and when he got away from Kevin Rooney, everything he threw was it had much wider and looping arc to it. Um, it's a technique thing. And if you don't stay disciplined within that, you might think you fighting the same way, but coaches and trainers know that you're not. A punch that you could hit a guy with easily in, in an opening round, you're not going to hit him with that shot if you're not throwing it with the proper technique.
That's what I like about. Um, that's what I loved about the Mikey Garcia and Earl Spence fight. Those looping shots were pinpoint that Earl Spence was throwing, and I was very, very content to watch that. It was very, very good. I liked it. It was a very, very nice. It was a very, very nice thing that he had going on in that with those looping shots, clipping that guy Mikey Garcia with accuracy. At will. I still like that fight to this day. Still like that fight, man. Still watch this fight.
Sakita talking about let me get a pork chop sandwich with some hot sauce and ketchup. Shakita, you crazy.
That's her. That's her.
Sakita
That's her.
crazy. You
Yeah.
know me and Fool ain't allowed to touch that. Let me see. Shakita said, Act, you mess up your diet with us. Yeah, out there in Texas. That's why I ain't messing with y'all. You gonna have me out there looking like Manny Fresh. You know what I'm saying? Word. Um, oh my God, my girl in the chat. She said, Babe, I'm on my way to the house. Did you get me some food or more? I actually forgot. Don't be mad at me. I forgot. My but I get you something. I got you. I got you. Who else in the chat? Mike Higgins, Shakita, yes, sir. The Drake curse. Toronto hockey team lost. AJ lost. Alabama lost in 2018 national championship, all while Drake was present. Damn, that's kind of crazy. Damn,
That dude
Tank.
is bad
Tank, don't be
news,
having
man.
that nigga at your fights no more, Tank.
Keep that nigga away from Deontay Wilder fights,
Yeah,
man.
word. For real. Now, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. Mike Higgins, I swear, you drop some information like that next time I have a live, you wrenched up. I just got to see you a couple more times, bro.
Man.
That's my only rule. You know what I mean? You come down and you hold the set. You know what I mean? You going, you know what I mean? But yeah, man. So we also got the Triple G and Steve Rolls fight. Now, Fula is the first one that I know that said the brother Steve Rolls looks like a State Farm agent. I thought it was hilarious when I first heard
Well,
because he really did remind me of one of those dudes that will pop up next to you and say, Nationwide is on your side. He does look like he's gonna say that to you.
and he has a name that's like that, dude. Steve Rose. He has a State Farm name. Steve Rose.
Dude, why couldn't they find somebody named Tyrone Jackson or
Hey,
something?
hey, but
I'm
you
gonna
know what
tell
I
you
hope
something.
though? You know what I hope? I hope he rolls past GGG. I don't care what kind
I
of
hope he
trainer.
punch. I hope he punched Triple G in the belly, like what happened to what's his name? You know who I'm talking about, Fula. Like what happened to our boy when he beat Alberto Machado.
Machado.
I never see
Yeah.
nobody
Hey
hold
man,
their
I hope he
stomach
does.
like that.
I hope he upsets him, dude. I hope he upsets him. I hope somehow, some way, he upsets this guy. I don't care what new trainer he has. I don't care what new rhythm he has. I don't care what new speed he has. I hope this dude gets upset and that Steve rolls past him and Pillsbury Doughboys his ass. That's what I hope. That he just folds him up like dough, rolls past him like a dinner roll, basically. You know, I'm tired of Triple G, man, for real. And then if the problem is, if he wins this fight, he's gonna call for Canelo. That's what's gonna happen.
Yo, bro, he won this
We all
fight.
know that's coming.
He is going. Jonathan Banks is going to be with the family. Like when he has that new baby, Jonathan Banks is going to be there.
Probably so.
He already coming to him at every fight. Shakita said, I don't think he a fan of Wilder. So thankful. He ain't a fan of Wilder. So thankful. Shakita, Mike Higgins said, all facts. Leash Drake is not a fan of Wilder. Therefore, his ass won't be bringing that bad luck to the Wilder fight. Now, could somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but was Clarissa Shields at Deontay Wilder fight? I think she was. I just don't remember. Because I know she's at AJ fight because she likes Anthony Joshua. I just want to know.
Yeah, she real sweet on AJ.
Because she's the only one that didn't turn on him. I'm going to keep it real.
I don't know, man. I don't know if she'd be at Deontay Wilder fights or not. You know.
She want to give AJ some of that pie.
Do you think Clarissa Shields is attractive at? Or
You know what it is? I love her personality.
Oh, okay.
I love her personality. So, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes if I don't find you attractive physically, I like her, you know what I mean? I would just be with her and stuff like that because I love her personality. I think she's a great person like that.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Sometimes I don't, you know what I mean? It could pass. I could pass.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just because
I'm gonna sound like a shallow dude, but I just like her booty. You know, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like she got a nice body and all of that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I like her butt. You know, that's just it. You know.
And I like how I said it, babe. You can't even be mad at me. You know what I mean? Because I know you in the chat. See, you proud of me, right? I ain't say nothing crazy. Saying, but anyway, I'm messing with y'all. My girl, cool. Well, she might not be because I ain't bring no food, but I'll do the same. I forgot. But yeah, that fight, and then we also have Oscar Valdez and Jason Sanchez fighting. Now, I want to ask Stormy B. Oscar Valdez has stated that if he doesn't get the potential matchups that he wants at featherweight, he will be moving up to super featherweight with the big boys, which is my weight class, and he will be joining us. I would love to get my hands on somebody like him. I crack his jaw again. I crack the other side.
He's talking too much, bro. He's one of those dudes who's just talking too much, and you know, it's just like, okay, I understand you want the smoke and stuff like that, but man, come on now, stop talking. You know, he's just talking too much. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about his ambitions. You know.
Fuller has a point there. Real bad boys move in silence, as they say. All that talking don't mean nothing.
Because
remember how Sean Porter was talking at first?
We haven't heard nothing from Gary Russell now. And he was blah, 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 blah. But what have we heard from Gary Russell so far? Crickets. Haven't heard from him since. So what does he really want? That's all I got to say about that.
Do you think Leo Santa Cruz will get the fight with anybody at 126?
This is my thing, man. If you know the smoke is at 130, just move your butt up to 130. Leo Santa Cruz does not want to fight you, although he says he does want to fight you. Okay, that fight would have been made already if he wanted to fight you. Obviously, he does not want to, so move up. Okay, stop wasting your time waiting around for fights. Stay busy, stay focused, ride your momentum. That's what you have to do. You took a soft touch up, you boxed and did well in that touch up. So go for the jugular now. That's my advice to Gary Russell. That's what I think.
You think a lot of stuff Gary Russell is saying is gas, Fuller?
I mean, until we see otherwise, then that what are we left to think? Until we see otherwise, until we see him go to the ring and step in the ring and say, "Hey, I want that smoke." Until we show, until he stands up in the audience like a Wilder and says, "Anytime, anytime," or do something like that. I mean, Wilder was holding his baby when he did that, and he had just like the craziest grin on his face. I still remember that. That's what
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah.
what
You
started
always
it.
yeah. You kept bringing
Yeah,
that up.
no, that's what started it, bro. That's what started it. Okay, he was in the audience. Dominic Brazil got the knockout against the Negron guy. Deontay Wilder was grinning and said, "Anytime, anytime."
Baby was asleep too.
Yeah, the baby was asleep. And then you saw Dominique Brazil just kind of like talking his trash, So that's what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying, bro. Show that you want the smoke, man. Don't just like talk about it. You know, show that you want the smoke. Show that you want to fight these guys. Show up at their fights. Um, show up at their press conferences. Do things that show that you actively are fishing for these fights.
I hear that, Fuller. I hear that, brother. And I think so too. I think a lot of fighters have to do that. Like even fighters that I like too. What other fighters in so that's my next topic. What other fighters do you guys feel like? It don't matter what weight class, the freestyle. Who do you guys think should? And I need y'all to hold it down real quick because I gotta use the bathroom. Who do y'all think should be vocal and what fights and why? Whoever want to go first can start it off.
So, Fuller, what is he asking? What fighter do we think should do what?
More vocal in getting the fights they want at any weight class.
Well, first off the top of my head would be Jamal Charlo. He's too quiet. Excuse me. He's too quiet. He's letting all this action happen around him, and he's not trying to, state his claim for, for people to say, hey, yeah, let's see this guy. He's just kind of like hanging back. I don't like that. So as far as I'm concerned, he's the first and foremost, I think, should open his mouth and start, He should start dogging Triple G. He should start dogging Canelo. You know, force those guys into a position of embarrassment. Talk about they women or something. You got to get something. You got to light some kind of fire on the guy. Make him fight you. Mr. T and Rocky, he was like, "Hey, little woman, don't you get tired of not being with a real man? I tell you what, bring your little pretty thing by my apartment. I'll show you what a real man is." Rocky was like, "Okay, I want you in the ring right now." What you got to say about that, Fula?
Yeah, I think he should. I think he should be calling for these guys. I think he should be getting at these guys, getting at their necks. I think he should pull an Erslandy Lara and say to Canelo, show up when Canelo's at a press conference and be like, I've been the mandatory for a while. May I have my shot? And just say it like that. I mean, Erslandy Lara was like, so when are we going to fight? He showed up at the press conference and he said, when are we going to fight? And then people ask, do you want to see the fight? Do you want to see the fight? And, the fight happened. So I think that Jamal Charlo should do the same thing. Or even with Triple G, he should just go to Triple G and be like, the WBC has ordered that we fight a couple of times. Can we get that fight made?
He should dog him, man. He should show up at all his press conferences,
Okay.
wherever he's doing some kind of promotions or something for endorsement deals. He should show up everywhere, and tell him, man, I ain't going nowhere till you fight me, chump. He's like, we connected by the hip. You understand? I'm sorry, these guys today are wusses, man. They don't know how to do it. But I think he's taking the soft shoe approach to it, and ain't nobody gonna do nothing with him if he do that. Act while you were gone. I was saying that Jamal Charlo is the first one that comes to mind who need to be more vocal, who need to be trying to go after Triple G as well as Canelo. He should be at both of those guys' doorsteps.
That's actually who I was thinking about. That's actually
Yeah, man. He too nice.
when I left. That was the Now I don't want people to think. Now I don't just because he, I agree. I don't want people to sit here and be like, oh, but I heard he's taking step aside money. It can't happen. The only reason it can't happen is because the fight has to be ordered in the first place. So because the fight isn't ordered, he's not allowed to take step aside money. Now, once they officially decide to grant him order to fight and make him the mandatory and they announce it, then if Charlo, Charlo, if somebody else came along and was like, yo, we, want to fight this person, then it's up Charlo, Canelo's team has to talk to Charlo, and give him money and be like, yo, is it all right? We're going to fight this guy. We're going to pay you this so that you can step aside. And then, we come see you the next time around.
If you
So,
want to, if you want to really go after, you could have Jamal go after Boo Boo, Triple G, and Canelo. Each and every time one of them have a public appearance or a press conference or something, he should be right there at that guy's face. Talking about, and you another one, ducking me. Look at you, blah, blah, blah. Talking stuff. These guys today, man. But see, that's what I was saying earlier. They don't want to fight.
now a lot of people say, Maul, he's not the vocal one.
The other problem is too with him is he doesn't have really any bargaining power. Like, I mean, if he had a belt, then it would be easier. But the fact that he has that fool's gold, it makes things more difficult. So
Yeah.
people can say, well, I'd rather fight for a belt and more money than fight for a dude who doesn't have even a belt. People can
I'm
say
gonna tell
that.
you something, Fuller. I'm gonna disprove that right away by saying this. In the old days, there were a lot of contenders who didn't have belts, but you know what they did? They fought and they stayed in the public's eye. And people would say, I wonder why the champ ain't fighting that dude. That guy fought 3 or 4 times this year. I seen him knock this guy out. I seen him do that. I seen him XYZ. That's what used to take place. And champions were forced by public opinion to defend against worthy challengers. These guys all today, they'll fight once or twice a year, whether they champion or not. And they say, oh, he ducking me, he ducking me. Dude, you ain't even fighting your damn self. Huh? And it's happening, man. It's happening a lot. When the last time Andre fought? When's the last time Charlo fought?
Well, they both fight on the same day actually.
Yeah, I was about to say, Boo Boo has a fight in
Yeah, they fight
June.
on the same day.
Yeah,
But they're not fighting each other though.
Yeah, they not, but they fight on the same day. It's just ironic. Maul and Boo Boo fight on the same day. Uh, Maul is fighting Brandon Adams, and Boo Boo's fighting Selecki. But that's Boo Boo's mandatory. Boo Boo kind of couldn't really fight Maul right now, even if he wanted to, because that was Boo Boo's mandatory. You heard me, saw me, B.
Yeah, I heard you. But that ain't no excuse. Because no, I'm just saying, because you have a mandatory, that's what, once a year. Well, what is he doing the rest of the time?
Now I feel you. I feel like after this, like you sound like, excuse me, you sound like one of those dudes that got half his house painted, and you pay for a full job. Like,
Yeah. I'm
but
just saying, these guys, I come from an era where guys used to fight. That's
nah,
why I
I
could see
understand.
more excuses. I could see more excuses on the horizon than I could see possibilities on the horizon. You understand? Because these guys are today, this is what they do, man. Posturing and shit. Dude, that's not going to cut it. I am not impressed. Even when they try to talk tough now, the talk ain't even tough. It's just like words being said, you know?
Well, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Not everybody is a good trash talker nowadays. Like, certain dudes actually surprise me, because dudes like Keith Thurman he was actually doing a decent job, because he had me not just, turn it off right away. He was talking a little trash to Pacquiao. He was saying how he was gonna finish Pacquiao, and I was kind of, amused by it. Now, whether I think he's gonna do it or not, that's another story. But I did appreciate that he wasn't just sitting there. He didn't want to just be friends. I will give Thurman that. He was, talking trash to Pacquiao. He was telling him how he was old, and yeah, he feels like, this is the end.
That's why he gonna lose. Total under, like I said about Joshua, gross miscalculation. Here come gross miscalculation part two right here.
You think so?
This dude been laying up under those silky sheets and everything, practicing the Kama Sutra. Okay, he
Ah,
ain't he ain't
ah.
he ain't been fighting, man.
You were full of
Okay,
got him, full of course of limlin. And you said the Karma Sutra.
yeah,
Y'all messed up with the Southeast
he's
Asian jokes. I know what they
burning,
talking about. Y'all don't know
yeah,
what they talking about. I know what they talking about.
burning incense and all that, and playing flutes. Wait till Manny Pacquiao play a flute on his ass. I'm telling you, man, it's going to be
Pacquiao
something different.
is known to play that flute, y'all. Do 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 do.
Uh huh.
No Pacquiao. That's how he punch. He punched like that. Do 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 do.
And people say, well, he wasn't in the best of shape for Josecito Lopez, so he'll come more focused and everything now. Well, look at it like this. Do you think Pacquiao is not going to come focused for him? Because Pacquiao understands that this guy is looking at him to make a name for himself. Pacquiao ain't in the sport to lose, man. He ain't Zab Judah, okay? He's not hanging around. Pacquiao has an agenda. And he's had an agenda for quite a while. Keith Thurman this is a gross miscalculation. I'm telling you. What's going to happen in this fight is that when they get to exchanging and stuff, he's going to realize, holy shit, this dude is better. Because guess what? Pacquiao has fought better fighters than the fighter that Keith Thurman is. Pacquiao has fought better fighters than Keith Thurman has fought himself.
I mean, I could, yeah. You, you're not off. Let me get in this chat real quick. Uh, Dang, I didn't even see this. Babe, oh my girl, babe, how you gonna forget my food? You gonna have your wife starve? Come on, man. Babe, stop, man. I got you when you get here. You know that. Um, um.
Bologna sandwiches.
See, I see. The only good thing about this is I can't be in the doghouse, y'all. This is my house. You know, what I mean, well, now when we at her house, I could be, but I'm safe. I'm in my house.
You might be in your house, but you ain't gonna be able to get in her house. You're gonna be put out like a mouse.
Oh man. And don't write nothing in the chat, babe. Don't write nothing to support that because I know how you do. Don't even it ain't going down like that. Well, anyway, where was I in the chat? She Shakita laughing. Wait, was I? Nah. Somebody said, oh, Omega Red said, not bad. Dang, see, I lost where I was at. Okay, I'm here in DC, so I gotta get a ride with Russell, Mike Higgins. Ack, you in trouble. You better check the chat. Omega Red said, what's up, Omega Red? I ain't in trouble. Y'all crazy, man. Battle Rifle says, salute, Ack. Mike Higgins said, Ack, man, you in trouble. Check the chat. All them lames that's ducking folks. That's what Shakita said. And everybody laughing. Jeff Fro Bondine, he laughed. Nick French, Tank should be more vocal instead of saying he's just taking his time. Once you're a world champion, or them second, third tier guys should be out the window. Bro, they purposely gave him a mandatory, bro. Stop playing with me, bro. When does the super champion ever have a mandatory? They give the regular champions mandatories. Come on, man. This nigga Tank is just a cat. He got a million lives. That's the truth. And I'm not even hating on him. I want him to win, but at the same time, I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to invest, you know what I mean, my theories and saying he's good and having preconceived notions about this dude. And he ends up fighting somebody with some movement and then he ends up having trouble. Cause that could easily happen. Cause I ain't never seen I gotta see Tank fight somebody with some rhythm. I ain't not see him in the ring with one rhythmic person.
I told you that he's comfortable. I told you that he
Shakita said,
has.
all right, fellas, I have to get up in a few hours, get my coins. I'll holla at you tomorrow sometime. You have a good one. Yeah, make sure you come back when I go live at 2 p.m. I'm supposed to have CB Supports guest starring on that tomorrow, the 2 p.m. show. So,
I,
yeah,
t-
man.
I, t- I told you. I told you he has comfort. He's comfortable. He has. He has. As I said, Rolls Royces, diamonds, watch, watches. It's hard to like. It's hard to want to fight someone if you're getting all of this, and you you can get it by fighting lesser opposition. I'm sorry to say it. Maybe it's a case of him being given too much too soon.
It might be. Well, Ron Finkley, what's up, Ron Finkley? Ron Finkley said I can't knock Tank. He got all the tools. Yeah, we saying he got all of the tools, but he could fight somebody with some movement, and then there goes a decision the other way. Because when he was at that fight, watching that Mel Charlo fight, I was just like, in my mind, I'm just like, he's just pointing at it, and then he's like, "Oh, like he can't believe it." Now I think Tank got skills and all of that, but I'm just saying, I just want to see him fight somebody with some. If Gary Russell was to move up to 130, I would love to see that. This is
That's
what
what
I
I'm
mean.
saying.
Thank you. Omega Red said it best. Wilder fighting killers back to back, trying to show dudes quit worrying about, be the best fighter you could be. That's why if Wilder loses, he will still be respected. Yes, sir. Thank you, Omega Red. Omega Red, you just made my whole night.
And that's how it goes. I mean, like, I mean, it's very hard. Look, the way I look at it, if you want to look, this is where I look at it. If you want to say undefeated, if you want to say an undefeated fighter, then you're going to keep on fighting these lesser oppositions. It's very hard now to stay undefeated unless you are just completely devoted to your craft, unless you're a workaholic, unless you stay disciplined at your weight. There's so many factors that come into it.
And you
You
could
know,
do all of that and still lose.
and this is the thing. Like, for example, Joe Kazagi. People talk about Joe Kazagi. Joe Kazagi, the way he stayed undefeated is he aged dudes out. That's
Oh
what he
yeah,
did.
that's a Fendi.
So, with that being said, you know, people, man, they do that on purpose.
Stormy B, what'd you think of Joe Calzaghe?
Kawasaki was all right. He just hung around over there and waited for Roy and Bernard to get old before he decided to come over here and challenge them. You know,
Mike Hennigan said, I hope Pac knockout Duck Ponytail. I mean, a lot of people want to see that. And is that Omega Red? I just ain't that ain't happening. 50-0. You talking about Deontay Wilder? Um, Ron Finkley.
Yeah, um, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like he just waiting to age like dudes out, you know, and he just like looked good against those guys who were just on their way out, basically.
Oh yeah, Ron Finkley said yes, act. Yeah, I don't see it either. But then again, he might be able to do it, man. Cause all of these in between and lower tier guys, like it's a big gap. He could actually do it in this generation. Now, if it would have been in that Ali generation, all of them heavyweights, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I don't know. It's so much going on in that. That shit was so stacked.
Yeah, bro.
Buster Mathis, um, shoot, so many Jimmy Young, um, George Foreman.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
uh,
You know, that's why as much as I hate, like as much as we dislike what Floyd,
Doug
like
Jones. I'm
as
trying.
much as
I was just trying to name all the old fighters I could think of, but go ahead.
no, but as much as we dislike Floyd's antics right now, I mean, people don't realize that dude had a difficult schedule. He really had a difficult schedule, especially as Pretty Boy. Like his schedule was very, very tough. You know, like you have to respect him. I mean, even that fight with Augustus was giving him that work, bro. For real. That was a tough cookie to crack. The fight with who else was giving him that work? Uh, there were a couple of dudes who were giving him that work, man. So this is what I'm saying. He had a very difficult schedule. We don't like him, but you know it is what it is. And randomly, Kyrie Leonard went on a tear. I'm just saying, he went on a tear tonight. 503 Lion. Shout outs to your Golden State. They look about done. Uh, you know, you're still my boy. But it looks like they're on their way out, you know. I'm watching Sports Center highlight right now, that's why. And Kyrie Leonard, dude, he went on a tear. I don't know how much he scored. Let me see how much he scored, bro. Oh, Leonard scored 36 points, 12 rebounds, 4 steals. Kyle Lowry had 30 points. So yeah, dude, I think they can pull it off.
Nah, I think they could do it. How much time is left? It's over, right? Full of the game is over, right? They won, right?
Yeah, the game's over. I'm watching the Sports Center highlights.
So, how many more games left in the series?
I mean, if they can close it out potentially on Monday. They could potentially close out the series on Monday. They're up 3-1.
Nah, but these niggas be coming back, man.
Yeah, they do. That's what I'm worried about. They do be coming back. They sure do.
That's one thing I gotta give these dudes. These dudes just it's too like really MC Hammer too legit to quit. My girl said, even when you're winning your fights, you scare me. You heard that, Stormy B and Fuller?
What was that?
Nah, I said my girl wrote in the chat. She said,
I
Even
heard
when
that.
you win your fights, you scare me.
I heard that.
Mm.
Why would I scare you? No, I'm joking. um, yeah, man. But it should be interesting tomorrow. I think Oscar Valdez should definitely pull through his fight. I think that should be easy. Hopefully somebody want. I feel like there's dudes that do want to fight him. Matter of fact, in fact, now that I think about it, he may be he may be trying to duck Shakur.
That could be the case.
I didn't think about that because Shakur is supposed to be his mandatory.
Shakur's a big 126.
He definitely is. And I definitely could see Shakur definitely lifting that belt off of his hands easily.
And bullying the heck out of him.
Because to be honest, when you're the WBO champion anyway, when you move up in weight, eventually you become the mandatory. So he would be fighting Jamal Heron. And Jamal Heron is tall as fuck. He's way bigger than Oscar Valdez. Oscar Valdez is going to be a small 130 pounder.
Yeah.
He said he gonna feel stronger there. Nah, how you gonna feel? Yo, bro, I don't know. That's crazy, bro. I think he's trying to duck. I don't want to say it because I don't. Oscar Valdez has always been a gallant fighter. This man fought with a broken jaw a fight or two ago, and I watched that fight, so I gotta give him credit. Like he literally got Kanye West without the car. And he was, gotta give him credit, man.
Yeah.
Omega Red said, wait, the new NBA coming soon, Quattro, salute. Ron Finkley says the Omega Red said Warriors played like it was the regular season tonight. If KD don't play Monday, the narrative is they beat a hurt Warriors. Yeah, Omega Ray, you might be right. Ron Finkley says salute. Ron Finkley said Nat the Jesus uh salute. He's talking to my shorty, and then Mike Hennigan says salute, Mrs. Queen Hack. Yeah, I'm retarded. I
Yeah,
told
that's
my
right.
peeps. Wow, my fault. Let me just finish reading the chat fully, then go.
Okay.
I only got two more. I told my peeps while we watching the game, they use foul control. Shoot, my shit just clicked off. They use foul to control the game. That's why a foul is not defined by a certain action. Ronald Finkley said AJ will be an orphan before he get those belts back. Nick French said Valdez not beating nobody with rhythm. All right, go ahead, Fuller.
Yeah, you know, the thing is that maybe this is payback for when Chris Paul got injured again that 1 year, and they injured him. Like I think it was intentionally. It looked like that they injured Chris Paul, and he just came back and just like came back, or maybe because this is happening. This is just payback for what they did before. You know, um, yeah. So that's why that's what I'm thinking basically.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So, do y'all think that? So, because I feel like nobody. See, I feel like the World Boxing Series definitely needs to go to the 126-pound division. not just light heavyweight. They could definitely go there. I feel like it should go like this. All of those divisions that got four champions in the division should definitely have a World Boxing Series around it. Now, if there's a champion that's unified in the division or even has two belts, I don't necessarily really agree with it. I think that it works out better if you got separate champions for each of the belts. I think that should be the deciding factor for each division. Now, light heavyweight suits that.
Yeah,
That's why I like that. It's
yeah,
perfect.
yeah. Nah, definitely.
What you think, Stormy B? You think what I'm saying uh, 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 uh is crazy, or am I making sense? Or Stormy B? Oh, I guess his mic is off. But if you talking, Storm, you're not on mute. But go ahead, Fula. Go ahead.
I mean, I don't think that there should be like a super series for these things, but I do think that like there should be a structure in which like people have no choice but to fight. The best have no choice but to fight in a certain way. That there's going to be forced unifications. That there's going to be forced things like that. I think like a structure should develop like that. That a structure should develop. A structure should develop where you know all roads lead to the champion. That's how I feel about the whole thing. You know that you don't just do these voluntaries. You don't just do that. That you have to fight the head honchos, the numero unos. If you are the numero uno, basically, you know that's how I feel.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Uh, how y'all feel like? Hold on, let me just make sure Valdez not being Zab Judah just got stopped. Yeah, Nick French, we know. They told us about it earlier. How y'all feel like that Hooker versus? I mean, I guess you meant to say Ron Finkley. How you feel about that Jose Ramirez fight? And Ron, you resubscribed to me because you wasn't getting the notifications. Um, uh, you want to talk about that? Matter of fact, let me see. Stormy B, you back? Stormy.
I'm back, guys. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
Okay, I
Can you
ain't
hear
want to
me?
make sure you. Yeah, yeah, nah, you good, champ. I just wanted to make sure you was
No,
with us
I had to.
because you was cooking.
Yeah, I had to get me a beverage, man.
No, 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 it's cool. It's cool. Um, now they was asking, how do you feel about the Jose Ramirez fight and the Maurice Hooker fight?
Well, it's a truth serum fight because one guy can fight and the other guy thinks he can fight. And we're about to see because it's about to go down. And I'll tell you something. In this fight, we might see something that I spoke about with Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns when they fought the first time. Going into the fight, Hearns was the Motor City Cobra, knocking out everybody, 32 straight knockouts or something like that, or 32 knockouts in 33 fights, something like that. It was some crazy record Hearns had. And Leonard had one loss to Duran, but had come back and went up to junior middleweight and beat Ayu Kalule and went back down. And so when they faced each other, consensus was Leonard was the boxer, Hearns was the puncher. But in the fight, it turned out that Hearns boxed and Leonard became the puncher, the pursuing fighter. So this fight could be indicative of that type of thing because one of those guys is not going to be able to do what he's normally accustomed to doing and is going to have to make an adjustment. The person who can't make the adjustment is going to lose. This is why these kind of fights have to happen, because that's a nice fight with both guys on the same level. At this time, I don't even have a pick. I've been looking at some highlights of the guys, and I'm trying to break down their styles. But it's going to be very interesting. I give Benavidez a slight edge.
You mean Ramirez?
Ramirez, I'm sorry.
Okay,
Ramirez.
so you pick Ramirez to win.
I'm giving him a slight edge, but like I said, it's kind of hard for me to pick.
Yeah, that is one of those fights where it's literally, I agree with you, like 50-50. Like, I'm not going to lie. I had that as my fight of the year for 2018. I thought him and Alex Acedo was Maurice Hooker and Alex Acedo, like that whole fight and where I was at, it was crazy because I was at a lounge and it was literally Mexican and black, like half and half in that lounge. And it was crazy how the momentum shifted where Alex Acedo knocked him down. And then when he got back up and then he ended up stopping Alex Acedo, it was crazy. You would have, I felt like I was at the fight live, the way people reacted. Wait, well, man, hold on. Quattro Cinco I use. Wait. Oh, Omega Red. Because I'm wondering, because I didn't understand. Man, Stormy B, a Ron Finkley falling asleep fast. They trying to get you, Stormy B. They said
Uh,
you a Ron Finkley falling asleep fast.
they,
They
they
trying to get
coming
you.
they coming at me, but what they don't know, act is in the background. Stormy B got a kung fu movie on, bro. So
Uh oh.
Stormy B is gonna
Uh
be all
oh.
right. You
Uh
know what I'm
oh.
saying?
Stormy B on his Kung Fu Kenny. Y'all better watch out now.
That's the one thing that can keep me going, man. Is a kung fu movie. So I'm good, man.
Um, Ron Finkley said you switch channels, Quattro. I used to watch Act Reacher channel, bro. Oh, you saying because I switched? That's why. Well, the reason why I have that is because they ended up hitting me with the block, Ron Finkley. So I had to have an alternate channel. That's where Quattro Cinco, came. You know what I mean? Because I need to differentiate the channels. Because whenever they lifted the curse, which they lifted it on my birthday, that I've been back ever since in March. You know? Now my girl says, wait, my fault. Hold on. Peep, wait, beep, got my checking on my SHIT. I don't want to be cussing. Right now, Hooker is gonna get tested in that fight. He got tested in that fight. I feel like Reggie. Um, hold on. My girl said Omega Red. I keep telling him that all he thinks about is me and boxing. Laugh out loud. Act. My girl's retarded, man. She talk about oh, I guess when she's talking about the smoke detector, I need to change the battery. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I gotta see what batteries it take. Um, Omega Red, Omega, Omega Red said, "Tell him, safety first." Mac Hennigan says, "That's real, true love." Mrs. Ack, Omega Red, Nat got Ack on lock so bad he can't get a 9-volt battery. Laugh out loud. First of all, y'all, let me tell y'all something. Me and my boo don't have one of these relationships where we got a lock and chain on each other. She has her own crib, I have my own crib, and we young. That's the beauty about it. A lot of people around our age don't have that. So you know what I mean? So she don't gotta be all over top of me. But at the same time, because we free like that, I think that's why we be on top of each other all the time like that. Like we always, you know what I mean? So, but me and her work also. So sometimes, you know, I don't see her till real late, like tonight, you know. So it is what it is though. But Fula, man, gonna wrap it up. We're gonna go a couple more minutes and then we gonna wrap it up. So now the last thing I want to talk about is Bud and Spence. We gonna close it out on this. We got good 20 minutes. I wanna, you know what I mean? Because I like to end it going into around 2 o'clock. So we got a little time left. Let's talk about now. Stormy B, I want to come to you first. Then Fool, I want you right after. Stormy B, you there, bro?
I am here, sir.
Yes, sir. Now there is rumors to have surfaced that there are secret negotiations between Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. Now, some people are actually mad about this because now they're trying to say what Sean Porter is trying to say and K. Diddy is trying to say. They're trying to say Earl Spence is ducking now because he basically they signed their part and Earl Spence didn't. Earl Spence is to me doing a boss move by weighing his options. Now, what do you think about that, Stormy B?
Sorry about that. I had a double audio going because of my
Yeah, yeah,
tablet.
yeah. It's cool. It's cool. It happens to me.
Um, well, Sean Porter, and it's like I had said when we did the earlier stream. Sean Porter, he had a chance to step right to Earl Spence when he beat Danny Garcia. That was the hottest he was. He had just won the WBC title. There was some fanfare there because there was a potential on the horizon for a unification match with Earl. And people, I mean, you just win the fight, you the new champ. It's like you look like King Kong stepping in saying, well, I want to unify. I want to go right after this champ. But he talked it in the ring and then didn't follow up and ended up, taking time off, and then he ended up fighting a mandatory or whatever, with Ugas and all of that crap when he nearly lost to Ugas. It's like neither one of those guys was a world beater in that fight. And to me, he only wanted the Earl fight after he recognized Earl's economic drawing power and saw what Earl could do with a fight. And it was like that seemed to be to me like the only interest that he had because now he realizes if he fights the guy, he can get a certain penny. And if he loses his title, he may very well just be content with the fact that he scored his best payday or whatever while losing the title. Instead of looking at it like, if I beat this guy, now all his shine can come to me. And plus, I'll gain a title. I'll be a unified champion. You see what I'm saying? That goes back to that notion that I mentioned earlier about who's the teacher and who's teaching and who's the student and who's learning what. That's what that comes down to. But he put himself in a position that now after the upsets that have taken place and everything, the top dogs are looking at like, hey, maybe we shouldn't let things marinate because you never know what can happen. They're actually witnessing this. So if they decide to push Porter to the side and make their super fight, Porter still don't have nobody but himself to blame. He could have went and tried to make a deal with Crawford. He could have tried to make the fight with Spence right away after he won his fight with Garcia, but he didn't do those things. I'll just be glad to see Sean Porter go out to sea. You understand? It's like rid of him already. Goodbye. You know? And if it happens to be by Earl Spence's hands, so be it. As long as they're fierce, fast, and furious.
Oh, like a car. They say he want Fast and Furious. My man. What do you think, Fuller? Fuller.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, what you
yeah,
think?
yeah. I think yeah, just make the fight. Shoot, the going is good as I.
But do you think
Uh,
that people have a right to be mad
no, they don't have
because he
a right
didn't
to be
sign
mad
right away? Because I always tell them motherfuckers when we was trying to make the fight before
because it's
the Mikey fight, this nigga wanted
yeah,
to fiddle his thumbs and go to Cuba.
uh, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You can't be mad. You know, when you had a chance to fight him, he got in the ring with you and said, "This is the easiest fight to make. This is the easiest fight to make." Then you talk about Berto's and mandatory, so I'm not looking at Earl. You talk all this craziness. So no, you're getting a taste of your own medicine, bro. That's what's happening. So nah, people don't have a right to be mad. You know,
Talking about he ducking, like we did our part.
yeah, shut up, dude. Like that's why I gotta say about Mr. Porter. You had your chance. You had your chance. You had your chance, bro. So I don't want to hear it. You know, I don't want to hear that crap, bro. Dudes, it's like, oh, he's ducking. Man, come on. As if you weren't ducking the whole time. They were ducking. They were ducking, bro. No, that's the ones they were ducking. Him and Kenny Porter were ducking. It wasn't just one of them, it was both of them who were ducking
Simultaneously.
at the same time. It wasn't just one, it was both. You know, they were both ducking. So I don't want to even hear that crap, man. For real. They need to just shut it. Shut their yap.
Worst part about it is now that he got that little gig on the PBC show, Fox Sports One, you
Yeah,
know, he has become annoying sucker too, man. So it's like whoever gets in the ring, people just gonna pay to see him get his butt whooped because they don't like him. They don't like him as a personality. They don't like what he says and how he represents on that show. Them ugly outfits that he wear, and the fact that he kind of is always grinning and saying stuff off the cuff that is not appealing, especially to a certain quote demographic. So it's like, it would be a pleasure to see somebody put their foot deep in his behind. Seriously. And be done with this dude. I haven't seen a guy more annoying. I can't even think of a person right now off the top of my head that's more annoying in the position that he's in than he is. I mean, he is like Sammy Davis Jr. or something. I mean, he's ridiculous. He really is. I
Yeah.
remember when he showed up at that one fight. Was it who fought on St. Patrick's Day when he showed up with all that ugly green on and had a leprechaun hat? He
Um,
had a green sport coat, a green tie, and all the green that he had on was different colored greens. He
what's the
looked like
name?
a doggone clown.
I think it was what's the name
Suspense fight.
fighting?
It was suspense fight. It
It
was
was
suspense
Man,
suspense.
he
fight.
looked like a
Yeah, it was a
doggone
suspense fight,
clown.
right?
Yeah, it was suspense fight. That's what fight it
He
was.
looked like a clown. He looked like
Yeah,
a
it was a
clown,
suspense
man.
fight because he said
Yeah,
Sean Porter. That was the day he said Sean Porter can't sell out a family dinner.
yeah. It was suspense fight, bro.
Yeah, it
That's
was. You're
exactly
right.
what fight it was.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was.
Yeah, it was suspense fight.
He said, it's not a leprechaun outfit, guy. Like, shut your goofball ass up, man.
Yes, it was a leprechaun outfit. What else was it?
It was acting goofy.
What else was it?
And they got mad because everybody
Wearing
called you out
wearing
on it.
wearing freaking wearing green, dude. St. Patrick's Day, you're wearing green. What else are we supposed to think it is? With the hat, you look like the guy on front of the Lucky Charms cereal.
That dude, man.
In fact, he can play double for that movie, that Leprechaun movie in the hood when Ice-T was in it. Ice-T, they had that Leprechaun movie and it took place in the hood.
Matter of fact, it's on demand. If you guys got Stars and Encore and Stars, all the Leprechaun movies is there. You know what I mean?
They
So if
had
y'all don't know what Fula is talking about, y'all can always
crazy,
go if y'all have Stars or Stars Encore. It's on one of those Stars channels.
the crazy thing about that movie is whatchamacallit, that Leprechaun, they had him smoking blunts and crap. That dude was straight off smoking. That dude was straight off smoking a blunt in that movie. I'm like, what the heck?
Stormy B, you
This
remember
was straight
that
off
movie?
smoking.
I know you remember that movie.
Which movie?
Leprechaun in the Hood.
Yeah, man. That dude with them little shoes on with the buckles on them. Yeah, I remember that. That was hilarious.
Dude was smoking a blunt.
Yeah,
I remember that movie, man.
And now they had Chucky smoking one time too, in the Bride of Chucky.
Oh, I didn't see.
Yeah,
I
he was
didn't
in
know
the
that.
car. Yeah, he was in the
Yeah, I
car.
didn't know they smoked blunts in that thing. I didn't
Yeah,
know.
and then in the sex scene when they was doing it,
Oh yeah.
she said, "Wait, aren't we gonna need a rubber?"
And
He
they
said, "Tiff, we are rubber."
and the crazy thing is they had a baby from that crap.
Yeah, because his organs and stuff was still real because he's been in that body for a minute. The longer you stay in the body, the
Yeah.
realer it becomes.
And the crazy thing is about that. The crazy thing about that is that he's probably like what you call it. He's probably like he's probably like I want to say he's probably that's
I
probably
wonder what
the reason
dialect he was trying to use.
no, that's crazy because
When you remember in the first Chucky when he
yeah,
does the voodoo and he says, "All day do a dimbada, give me the
yeah,
power, I beg of you." I wonder if
yeah.
that was really real. I always wanted
What
to
the
ask
real
my
voodoo?
cousins that. Yeah, I mean,
What
like if it was what
if it
dialect?
was real voodoo?
Yeah, like
Shoot, man.
my real African cousins that's like you that moved here when they was like real young, but they always
Dude,
go back.
it was probably some satanic crap, bro. You never know with these movies, man. They kind of do that, man. They kind
Yeah,
of
true. That's
they
true.
kind they kind of like put that out there, you know, like so you never know, man. Uh, that's why,
Matter
yeah,
of
man.
fact,
You
next
gotta
time I do
always,
a movie stream, Stormy
yeah,
B, since you got
yeah,
all of those movie posters, you gotta stay up for that. Can't have you
man.
sleeping on the movie discussion.
You know what I wanted to stay up for, but I was so tired and I had to go to sleep, man, and get up for work the next day. When you did your show on the Avengers, man, on the comic book
Oh man, I
thing,
wanted you, and I wanted Roughhouse. Yo, Roughhouse know his stuff, man.
man, I wanted that so bad. I was like, I was listening to your first like 5 or 6 minutes, and then I had to go to sleep, man. I was like, man, I can't stay up and watch this, but I wanted to, man. I caught the replay, but it wasn't like being able to be on there on live with you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you have to do something like that again, man, where I can, do it like around a weekend, like a Friday or
Yeah, I
something like
probably
that.
get you. I probably am going to do something like that on like a Saturday or a Sunday. See,
Yeah,
I come on Saturdays at 2 p.m. So tomorrow, catch me at 2 p.m. and then on Sunday I come on around 9 o'clock because I get out of work around 7, so it give me time to set up and prep.
I have a
yeah.
question though.
Yeah,
I
go
have,
ahead.
I have a question. What do you think of what do you think of these excuses that Eddie Hearn is making for Joshua? You know, like what do you think of these things? Because I mean, they're coming out the woodworks with all kinds of excuses for this man, like a lot.
Wait, hold on. What Omega Red? What you mean? That's not real. Act. What you talking about? Tell me in the chat when you mean that's not. Yeah, I don't know. I ain't write it in the chat yet. Omega Red, tell me what you mean though when you write it again in the chat. Go ahead, say what you saying, fool. I'm sorry.
I mean, what do you think of all these excuses that are being made for Anthony Joshua, man? Like, there's a lot of excuses being made for him. Like, a lot. I've never heard this many excuses for a fighter. You know, it's
Oh,
kind of
oh, he said that language in Leprechaun.
the language in Chucky.
Yeah, I mean sorry, in Chucky. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Hold on.
yeah. I mean, they gonna constantly, like Fuller was saying, they gonna constantly make excuses for AJ. We can't be surprised by any of this. Um, I mean, it is what it is, bro. It's not really, to be honest with you. You could take somebody saying something, somebody's statement about how they feel as being an excuse because it's all on what you take as being an excuse. Me personally, I said I know how it feels like to have a slight concussion in fighting somebody. I know for a fact I had one because I could tell by the symptoms that I had, but it wasn't like I was getting dropped all over the ring or if I was hurt. I actually won that competition. You know what I mean? I fought through it because sometimes in the amateurs you're there, you know what I mean, for a couple of days, depending on if it's a tournament or not, or if it's a club match, exhibition, you get out of there. You know what I mean? So it's different. It depends on how the competition is structured and set up. But sometimes you'll be there for a week. Sometimes, so I'm just I don't know. I'm just trying to say, I just feel like AJ, and then AJ made it to the Olympics. On top of that, that's basically the cream of the crop or the creme de la creme of what I mean with of the amateurs. So, and there's a lot of times you'll have dudes that make it to a match, or you'll make it to a match, and you're supposed to fight this person the next day. Then you get the alternate because maybe that dude messed up something or something happened. So that's why I just feel like AJ should have been prepared for that in general. We talk about a dude that's a gold medalist.
The sad part about it is Eddie Hearn has done so much lying over this particular fighter's career that at his darkest hour, he's doubled down on that, and he gives you absolutely nothing to respect or have any compassion about AJ's situation. It's almost like he's a freaking mockery of a fighter. He's a caricature of himself. And the young man needs to get as far away from this man as possible.
Look, man, you have to weather these storms. That's what it comes down to. If you're a real one, you gotta weather these storms. And I don't think he was ever in a storm like that. That's why he didn't have his umbrella. You know, that's what happened. You have to be able to weather these storms. And his corner, I don't know what the heck his corner was telling him. I don't know what the heck his corner was giving him advice on.
We talk about
His
Rob
corner,
McCracken in them.
yes, his corner was probably a deer in headlights. That's probably what the deal was. Deer in headlight corner. That's why, to be honest with you, I don't really think much of Ben Davison. To be honest with you, Tyson Fury's trainer, I don't really think much
The
of him
only trainer
as
that
a
I
trainer.
even think is all right down there, to me personally,
Yeah,
and some people think he's a cheat
yeah,
or whatever. Me personally though is Dominic Engel. That's the only person to me that I think that even if he's not the greatest trainer, he still knows
yeah.
stuff.
Okay, I can give you that. Now,
Ramsey, you
I
came in mad late, bro. Shout out to my bro Ramsey Sultan the Third. He said, "Salute to the chat and salute to the LDBC." Go ahead, bro.
what I will say, and I'm saying this in regards that it's possible for this to happen. I don't know if it will happen, but if Anthony Yard gets past Sir Kovalev, then I'll put his trainer up there, Tunde Ajayi. I'll say, okay, this guy is probably the best trainer they got over there. If he's able to get past this,
Wait, you
if
say
he,
so? You saying if Yard is able to win,
yeah, if Yard is able to win, I'll say,
you'll
okay,
say
that guy.
Tunde is
I'll say, yeah, he's the best guy over there because not only did he win, he won in Russia. So I'll be like, okay, this guy is.
well, you know what? Well, you put it like that with the Russia thing. It's just because of how I look at that going there. Like it's just
Yeah,
I gotta give you credit within itself because they have no
yeah,
problem with jipping niggas
yeah,
on the card.
yeah, exactly.
You're gonna really have to make that judging panel like diverse. You're gonna have to have
Yeah,
one from
you're gonna have to make a statement and send a nigga a message, basically. That's what's gonna have to be done.
because even if it is in Russia, I think they'll have one Russian judge, one English judge, and then one probably mutual judge that's from like Puerto Rico.
But you know how some, yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know how it's gonna work, but hopefully they'll do the right thing. That's what I'm hoping. You know, you never know with these guys. Hopefully they'll do the right thing though with this judging. Because in Russia, man, they're gonna favor the hometown fighter.
I mean, some people already told me like, get ready for the home cooking."
Yeah, man. That's just how it goes.
What y'all think in the chat? Y'all think it's home cooking? You think you Stormy B? You think there's gonna be an issue with home cooking?
Yeah, I think it could definitely be an issue with home cooking because they already think that taking it back would be to their advantage. They're still overlooking what happened. You see, it wasn't like this guy scored a lucky knockout punch like uh Hassan Rahman did in South Africa. This guy whooped the champion's ass. Huh? To the degree now you talking about he had memory loss and confidence loss and all types of losses. He done took so many L's. There's words missing out here in our language now because he done took so many L's. So the guy is like a running. He's a laughing stock. You know, and to think that you're gonna just go back over there and instantaneously rectify things just because you're on your soil, huh? Running it back. And I would really like to get an honest interview out of AJ because I don't think AJ want that at all, man. I
Well,
don't think he
Andy
want
Ruiz.
a rematch right away. That I'm not trying to say he don't want to fight him no more, but he can't possibly want to just run that back right now.
I don't think he does, but it's in the contract. Matter of fact, he didn't even know from what everybody is telling me. I heard the man didn't even know he had a rematch clause in the contract. You stop, and I don't even believe that shit. People keep saying that. I think it's gas. I think that whole thing is gas because you had a rematch clause, bro. This ain't motherfucking Ali's days when these motherfuckers was like, I'm no rematch clause. I'm a real champion. They used to frown upon that shit back in the days. Stormy, no. They used to frown upon that shit back in the days. Believe it or not, y'all.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? I remember Ali saying that. I think it was the Zara Foley fight. He said it. Go watch the Zara Foley fight. Well, Ali fought Zara Foley before he ended up going to the draft and all of that. Had to drop the belt. In that fight right there, he says it. They asked him. He said, "No, I don't have any clauses in this contract. I'm a real champion. There's no rematch clause." He said, "I like to give everybody a chance to make money." So yeah, that's what Ali believed. That's what they believed back in the day. Hey, Fuller dropped out. I was just getting ready to close it out, Fuller. I gotta give you credit, Stormy B. You had enough energy today to shoot for 2 generations.
I told you, bro. You guys left me from my stream feeling so good about what we did. I was just, feeling very good, man. I still feel good about it. I was like, that's the chop session number 12. That's the best one yet, man. That's the best one yet. You brothers, and along with myself and Hyphy, you guys cooked. You had good rapport. You had good conversation, good comments, good contributions to all the subject that we covered. And I think we covered like 3 or 4 subjects in the 2 hours. It was wonderful, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You doing good, man. You doing good, man. You know what I mean? You just got in, you know what I mean? You fit in, came and you fit in right away, you know.
Well,
Man,
you know what it is, Ack, and I'll say this, and salute to you because as I was just getting ready to get started, that's when you had got your suspension or whatever you want to call it, for your channel. And
uh-huh.
you were telling me some things and stuff early on, and it was like the whole process for me is like a learning curve and everything. Like I'm still learning a lot of stuff that's going on. Like there's some things happening behind the scenes that I'm starting to find out about that I wasn't aware of.
Yeah,
But
trust me. I was there too. I was
yeah,
there too. I was there too with this person and that person and this person.
yeah.
Trust me,
But,
trust
but
me, trust
but
me. I
what
know.
but what I do, and I tell Hyphy this all the time, and Hyphy has helped me so much tremendously. Salute to him.
Yeah,
But
Hyphy is the best, man.
yeah, he's a great guy. The thing that I learned, I learned I stay in my lane, bro, and that I talk to Hyphy about all the time. I say I stay in my lane. As long as I stay in my lane, that means I'm being true to myself and true to what I'm about, true how I represent, and true to what I do. And you can hang your hat on that, and people will respect you for that because they know that that's what you are, that's who you are, whatever. It's just like what rain does. Rain brings flowers and make the grass grow. It's definitive. That's what happens with that. That's that's me. I do that. I ain't trying to be something I'm not, and I'm never ever ever trying to, you know, put down or insult or anything else, try to make myself look good. As I told you guys tonight, I said, man, I love having you guys come over to me because, so many people do several, shows a week and everything, and I only do one.
Yeah,
So to be able to get the variety of people to come through, because they're all familiar faces, because you guys are out there every day. But when you see these different faces coming together at different times and they on there with me, it's like it makes me feel connected to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I definitely understand, man, and that's kind of how I feel. Like we done started like a whole new like entity, and and I really like it, and like I said, man, you got started, and everything just seemed to work out for you right away, and I respect you, brother, and I appreciate you jumping on the stream today. Give me close this out. Give me your last words, and I'm gonna give you mine.
All right, I want to say first and foremost, shout out to the chat, everybody that's out there that was rolling with us for this show, and shout out to you, Act Reacher, Quattro Cinco, having me on with you, chopping it up with you brothers, and Fula. This has been really great for me tonight. I'm you know being able to just be a part of the whole process. Shout out to the LDBC, you know, and new media and everything that's happening on the good side of turning things around for the face of boxing, because there's so much negativity out there, like what we spoke on Deontay Wilder earlier, and the spin that they trying to put on this man who is accomplishing so much. But like I said, I could see the correlation between he and a former champion that we had who became a legend. And those things don't happen by accident, because even when that man became a legend, people hated him. Huh? People railed against him. They tried to take his boxing from him. They tried to take his career and tried to take his youth from him. But he still came back and he beat the odds because he was a man of conviction and a man of strong, stout character. And that, when you have that, you can go very far in life, man. So, with that being said, I'm just feel fortunate and blessed to be able to be a part of such a wonderful thing that's happening at this time, that we are all contributing in the most positive of manner. And now we've even awakened the fighters where they're starting to feel the pressure and the heat for not behaving properly and being professional. We're turning the heat up on that process, and it's starting, the wheel is slowly turning. You could see it, but we have to keep that grind. We have to keep pressing. So, that's all I have to say. And just thanks again for having me on again this evening, man. Appreciate it. Hope to come back and chop it up with you some more.
Yes, sir. Um, I just want to shout out to all my bros on the panel. I appreciate you guys. And I want to shout out all my peoples in the chat. All my peoples in the chat. Get more people to subscribe to me and my bro Stormy B, man. Y'all also check me out tomorrow at 2 p.m. That's 2 p.m. my time, which is Eastern Standard Time. Um, this was a great panel. We had a good freestyle discussion. Um, look out for the fights tomorrow. And I just want to shout out the Mighty LDBC, my crew, the Full Berserker Clan, and it's your boy Act Reacher. Catch me tomorrow at 2 p.m. I never steer you wrong. Shout out to everybody, and I'm out.
Peace.